What's going on, everyone? Joshua Jones here with Fun and Affordable Magic the Gathering, bringing you Staples to Shells. This is Mono White, so if you haven't done so already, go check out the introduction to this series in the playlist. It'll explain basically what's going on here. So essentially, if you're looking to get into Mono White Commander and you don't want to be overwhelmed with finding 100 different cards to put in, but you have a commander in mind, you could use that commander, throw in 37 planes, use these 32 cards provided here, and then that just leaves you with basically 30 cards that you want to figure out what you want to do with as far as what kind of feel you're going to have toward your commander deck. And then this list will just help you out to start out, so it kind of eliminates some of that burden for you, but leaves you with 10 ramp, 10 removal, and 10 card draw for a good base to start your deck with. Enough of this, let's get into it with the ramp cards. Soul Ring here, Wayfarers Bauble. Wayfarers is going to be basically 3 mana, 1 to play, 2 to tap sack to get a land on the battlefield tapped, and then tapping for 2 with the Soul Ring. Worn Power Stone, same thing as Soul Ring, but it costs 3 Dark Steel. Indestructible, adds a color for you. Commander Sphere, tapping for a color, and then you could also sack it to draw a card. Hedron Archive, 4 mana, tapping for 2, and you could sack it to draw 2 cards at the cost of 2 mana later on in the game. Well, you can do that whenever you want, really. So if you want to pay 6 mana to draw 2 cards, have at it. Here we have Mind Stone, so same situation here. Tapping for 1. But if you want, you can pay 3 just to draw a card, essentially cycle this card away for 3 mana. It's in here for the ramp. Marble Diamond here. Tapping to add a white. Felwar Stone, Sword of the Animist. Your commander can be used to get the Sword of the Animist equip attack trigger to search for a land and put it in the battlefield tap, so don't worry if you want to run a creatureless deck, you could still use this as a good card because you will always have access to at least 1 creature. Here we have Draw, so white's not very good at drawing cards. In fact, I don't believe there's any white cards that draw cards in Magic, but luckily we have these artifacts. So the Folio here is cost 5, so it's not cheap, but you could pay 1 and tap, reveal 2 cards from your hand that share a color and draw a card. Because you're in a mono color deck, this is essentially 5 mana for an initial cost, and then 1 every turn to draw a card, as long as you keep 2 extra lands or 2 of some kind of card, as long as you have 2 cards in your hand. Bargaining Table here is X tap, draw a card. X is the number of cards in your opponent's hand, so if you choose somebody that has no cards in their hand, basically this is tap to draw a card. And then, of course, if you choose somebody with 1 card in their hand, you got to pay 1, and so on. Here we have Timble Bell, so one way you can draw cards for sure in Magic is just to let everybody draw cards. That's what Timble Bell here does, so unfortunately everybody else will have to draw a card with you, but you get a look at an extra card, so that's alright. Howling Mine here is the same kind of thing, but it's only at the beginning of each player's draw step. If it's untapped, that player draws an additional card, so there you go with that. Candles and Wing is 4 mana, reveal the top card of your library. Because this is a singleton format, it won't have the same name as the card in your graveyard, so you'll get a draw card. Sunset Pyramid has 3 brick counters, and you can remove 1 and pay 2 and tap it to draw a card. But after those brick counters are gone, have no fear, because then it just lets you control your draws by scrying every turn at the cost of 2 mana, mind you. Spyglass here lets you sacrifice extra lands when you're flooding out to draw cards, and then every 3 times you do that, you'll get a draw card for free. The Tome here is 4 mana to draw a card, and Seer Sundial here, whenever a land enters, you can pay 2 to draw a card. So essentially, whenever you have a land enter, you could do a clue type of thing from the Shadows block, if you are familiar with that reference. Staff and Nen here, just pretty much 6 mana to allow you to Howling Mine for yourself at the beginning of your upkeep, just draw a card. Also tap to ping a creature or player. Here we have Removal, so white's not shy about having plenty of board wipes. You get this in Day of Judgment, destroy all creatures. And End Hostilities, but in the case of End Hostilities, you also get to destroy all permanents attached to creatures. Here we have O-Ring, so temporary removal for a troublesome non-land permanent. Swords, which just gets rid of a creature, who cares if somebody's gaining life equal to its power. Hour of Revelation, which is going to get rid of all non-land permanents, and costs 3 less if there's 10 or more non-land permanents on the battlefield when you cast it. Well, as it goes to resolve, technically, I guess. So, I'm not sure about that, actually. Not a judge. just basically, you destroy all non-land permanents. Figure the rest of that out. Return to Dust, you cast it on your main phase, you get rid of 2 things. But if you cast it at instant speed, when it's not your main phase, you can only get rid of 1 thing. Here we have Martial Coup, so if X is 5 or more, you're going to be able to destroy all other creatures, and that's what you want to do here. You want to cast this for 7, and then you'll get 5 little dudes. Route, cast it for instant speed for 7 mana, or cast it sorcery speed for 5 and destroy all creatures. For X and Rebirth, instead of getting X 1/1s, you're going to get 1 XX. Mass Calcify, you're white, so why not destroy all non-white creatures? Here we have Lightning Greaves and Swiftfoot Boots to round it out. Then we're running 37 lands. I just went with 37 planes to start you out, but feel free to experiment with that after you get your deck settled in. MTG Goldfish, 8/8, 2/2, 2/1 for this deck list, and you can pick it up for about $23 on TCG Player. So if you're wanting to get into mono white, go ahead and spend the $23 to get this. 32 cards here, add 37 planes, add your commander of choice, and then you got a nice little base to go off of to get you started. And then you can also use this template or this shell in multiple mono white decks that you want to run, so it helps you get more commanders and kind of see more cards. If you're just getting into Magic, I would suggest picking up Nahiri the Lithomancer, the 2013 pre-con that Magic headquarters released, and you can find this online for about $50. Well, that's mono white. Staples to shells. I'm Joshua Jones with Fun and Affordable Magic the Gathering. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.